and that is just like we were talking about yesterday.
We need to get our Freedom Rock paper and our die cut. All right. Okay. Well, it's Thursday. Everybody knows that. And look who's here. Darla's here. So welcome, Darla. Darla's here, been here many times before and is known for her amazing layouts. And she's got a lot of layouts to show us. Travel and also baby. Let's take a look at her new grandson. Oh, isn't that just precious? So Darla's got a lot to show us. It's Thursday. Katie, yesterday we had Jennifer was here, and she showed us amazing layouts. And Katie, I never took any pictures before she left.
Oh, shoot.
I was so mad. I don't know why.
Maybe she'll bring some stuff back in.
But go back and look at yesterday. If you're traveling or you want some ideas, there's lots of tips about your albums and doing the 12 by 12 pocket pages. Yeah, she had a lot of good albums. She had a lot of good ideas and a lot of good albums.
She had a lot of good albums and a lot of good tips. Yeah, it was a good video. So we ever have a bad video.
Well, no. We need to think about that. What would be our bad video if we ever had one?
Maybe the one when we very first started and you showed how to punch.
What was I punching?
Circles. Oh, just a quick way how to. I think
you have to tell me more about that.
I still think that it was when the lights had gone out and it was dark, and it was the Duray show, and we decided to do videos.
We did videos in the dark. We had to do them up by the window, but we kept it going. Yes. We kept it going, everybody.
But this was like, I don't know.
Anyways, I will say those were not bad though.
Yeah, they weren't bad. No. I don't think we've had a bad
maybe the quality.
Video.
So.
Yeah, and I take that back. It probably wasn't a
Well, I want to hear more about that because I don't remember punching circles, and I think there's a story behind it.
Punches. I don't know.
Katie, they love your shirt. Chris loves your shirt.
Thank you.
Jan says good morning from Virginia.
Good morning.
So all of our viewers are joining us.
And anyone on the northeast, are they getting affected? Like I thought of Mary of Maine this morning. Mary from Maine with the smoke. Yeah, I wonder if she was getting it at all. It's like apocalyptic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so eerie.
Corrine has been packing up her house all week. This is the first video
that's our Arkansas friend, isn't it?
This is the first video she's been able to watch. So we're glad you're here.
Yeah.
We're glad you're all here.
Absolutely.
What we're going to do today is we're going to show you a new page kit, and then we also have some dies to show you that came in that I think you're going to love. They're those great dies that are perfect for the fronts of cards or the title of a layout. And we're going to show you that. But let's start with the page kit, Katie, and you can tell us all about it.
All right.
Katie designed it.
I did. So this is called a summer page kit.
It's got a really clever name. It's funny because, it's funny. I make fun of vendors when they have a butterfly die, and it's called Butterfly.
And we do it all the time.
Here we go.
We have a summer page kit. And what I used was some doodlebug paper, and you will get that in your kit, 2 yellow sheets, and you will get that in your kit, and then 2 strips of 12
I love the colors. I love it.
Thank you. And then you'll also get the page pieces, summer page pieces.
Let me hold it up a little bit.
Okay, so yeah, absolutely.
So you're going to get the summer page pieces, and you can also buy those separately also if you just want the page pieces.
And then so what I did was I made 2 different layouts that you can create using this page kit, but you can't create both of them.
Can't do both unless you get more page pieces.
Yeah, choose which one you want. If you want to make both of them, then you would need 2.
Oh yeah, you could get 2 page kits and make them both. Because if you were doing
choose your own adventure.
Well, it is.
Kit.
It's like, you know how sometimes movies or books have different endings? Mm-hmm. This is one of those. I don't know what they call them. I would love to know because I think doing this is fun for everybody. Or if you were doing an album, you could have both of these in your album.
Yeah,
and then have maybe some other plain pieces and things.
So let's talk first about this one. And the white cardstock is not included. That's just page holders, photo holders. So you are going to cut the red paper in half, so it will be 6 by 12, and then you're going to put 1 piece here and 1 piece here, and these are already cut for you, so you just lay them on the bottom, and then you put the page pieces where I showed you where to put them. And there is the green sheet of cardstock is also on there for a photo mat.
So you're going to get the 2 background papers that are yellow. You're going to get the 2 blue strips. You're going to get a red sheet that you just cut in half.
Exactly.
And then you're going to get 2 green photo mats, and then you're going to get all your page pieces. That has this really cute truck, and I love how you popped up the little flower there, Katie.
Yeah, so you need little foam dots, but again, these page pieces go a long ways.
And Katie, how much is it? Is it $12.99?
Well, let me see here.
We're looking to see.
It is $12.99.
$12.99. Okay, so that's A if you want to do it that way.
So A, and maybe you decide you don't want to do that way, but you want to do this one. So then you still get the same product. The only thing that's different is that you're going to cut this paper down. So I should get a ruler real quick. Wonder where we have a ruler.
We'll see if Katie can find a ruler.
Oh my gosh.
She found one.
I have to double check this because I don't want to lead you astray.
We can put these measurements in the description because I don't think these are on the sheet.
This is a 6 by 12 and this is a 4 by 12 because you're going to cut 2 inches off and flip it over, and on the back is the plaid.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so that's where you create the banner because you cut 2 inches off of this.
So you still cut it in half, and then your other half you cut 2 inches off of.
Yeah, because this is 4 inches.
And then those become your little banner pieces.
Correct.
Okay, that's clever. I love that.
And then we just lay those in there. Again, you get the 2 green photo mats, and then you put the pieces where you like, but we also have this little, you'll get 2 3x4 cut-aparts or journal cards that say memories, and you can put these.
I love how you tuck them in the truck. There's a good tip on a lot of different pages.
Yeah, tuck them behind the truck.
Tuck them in the truck.
Yeah, and it will be your journaling for the page then.
Super cool, Katie.
So again, you can't do both of the layouts, but you get to choose which layout that you would like to do.
So you get to choose your end project.
Yes, exactly. For
Thank you, Katie. Thank you for designing that.
You're welcome.
We've had lots of requests for page kits, so we've been doing more. We still have the Mother's Day and we have the Father's Day, and I think we have another one in the works. So we're going to have more page kits. They make scrapbooking easy.
Yes, scrapbooking made easy.
That's right.
Yes.
Luckily for Katie, she's getting them designed for us.
Yeah, we're going to have some help though.
Now, Creative Expressions sent us quite a few dies, and I love this butterfly die.
What if it's called butterfly?
Is it called butterflies? Butterfly Delights.
Oh,
I saw it on the front.
Okay, fancy. It's $21.99, and you get all the different pieces of the butterfly.
So you're going to get the background of the butterfly, and then you can cut the little inside and layer them up.
And the little antenna and his body.
It's hard to see that on here, but that
is. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it when you showed us the die. Very nice.
That's
called Butterfly Delights.
Okay. It says you can go to their YouTube and see a variety of tutorials using this die.
I did not know that.
I did not know this. Okay, this is just fun and yummy, isn't it?
We just want it because it looks fun.
And it's on these fun those old clothespins. So Baker's Twine, you get pink, red, and yellow for $3.99. A little 3-pack of Baker's Twine. And it looks like you get 10 yards of each color. I just like that. Wouldn't that be fun just to put on your desk?
It would be.
Yeah.
Just in a little jar. In a little jar would be cute.
All right. Okay, so let's go over here. I'm just going to sit down.
Have a chair, Katie.
Thank you.
Have a chair.
I love these. So these are the new dies. I'll show you that side, and I'll show you how about that. So then you can see $7.49, Sending You Sunshine. I love this. I'll probably get this because it talks about sunshine.
And it's good for summer.
Yes.
I mean, you can send sunshine anytime.
On your special day, $6.29.
And that could be birthday, graduation, retirement, wedding. Could be any special day.
Yeah, and it is a little bit more intricate, so I definitely would use some sort of adhesive on the paper and then cut it out.
Are we talking toilet paper?
I would talk toilet paper.
Paper roll?
Toilet paper roll. On your wedding day, this will be just like a staple you almost need, and it's $6.99. Look at how fun is the little twirls
swirly
at the end.
I like that.
This one is Just Another Day in Paradise. Oh, this would be good for scrapbooks. Why do I always say cards? We need to use them in scrapbooks too. And that one is $7.49. And then Happy Everything. I love this. $6.29.
So these are really affordable, and you're going to find all these if you go to memorybound.com and go to shopping and go to dies and then look under creative expressions. You'll see even ones that we're not showing here.
Not older, just better. $6.29.
Good.
And you know what I like, Kelly, is that it's all hooked together.
Right.
So you don't have the
we
individual
don't want separate letters.
Happy Retirement for $5.99, and they do a really nice job with getting it all hooked together, and it doesn't look funky.
And they're combining fonts now. That's nice
Yes.
too.
Hello Sunshine. I'm going to get this one also for $6.29.
Katie Bonnie says she's not getting notifications when we're live, and
That's a Facebook thing.
I think it's a Facebook thing.
What I would do is go back to how you get your notifications and just kind of shut them off and shut them back on, or turn them back on.
shut them off and shut them back on.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yes. Turn them off and shut them back on, and you'll be good.
So give that a try and see if that helps for tomorrow.
And then how sweet are these? $9.99, Sweet Baby Girl, Precious Baby Boy. And it also includes the background. So if it has like the pink in the back, that means it has a background die for you also. And then
see, that would be good for your scrapbooks.
Yes.
Or a card.
All right. Cute as a button, $6.99. So this also has the pink, so it has the background to cut the background.
They can't order this online yet because it hasn't been processed.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Oh, how lovely is that?
That's really
how
cute.
Sweet.
That's so cute.
$8.49. Oops. Bundle of Joy.
Now, I want you to know Kim picked all these out. She said we needed some titles for baby things, and she went in and ordered them all for us.
That's great. Thank you, Kim. A special delivery, and that could be anything. $6.99. It doesn't necessarily have to be a baby. It could be flowers.
It could be flowers.
It could be a card.
Or chocolates or anything.
Yeah, a diamond ring.
Yes.
Or diamond earrings.
A diamond, a pearl bracelet, Doug.
I don't know. They heard him going, la, la. Baby. $9.99.
That's neat because that's big.
It is.
So that's really
and
fun.
Has a background.
You could even do a border with that across your layout. I think would be really cool.
Baby, baby, baby.
Baby, baby, baby.
Isn't that a song?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And then they want to see the Paradise one again.
The Paradise.
Somebody. Katie's got to find
it. Just another day in Paradise. And I'll show you the back. Just so you can get
that makes me want to sing a song.
What song? Baby, baby, baby?
Well, no, Just Another Day in Paradise.
Yeah. Is that a Jimmy Buffett song?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I don't know who it is.
I believe it's Tim McGraw.
Oh, okay.
So Phil Vassar.
Oh my gosh. We have a music connoisseur in the house.
And Janie gets to come visit us tomorrow, Katie.
Yay! Yeah. How wonderful! That will be
we love
fun.
It when people visit.
Yes.
We had several out-of-towners yesterday that visited.
Our
and the day before
out-of-towners are coming through, aren't they, for summer?
Yep. Well, we're located in a pretty easy place to find.
Yeah.
And another person loves your shirt, so we got
thank
some
you.
Schitt's Creek watchers.
Schitt's Creek watchers. Yeah. Yes. All right.
Katie, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
And now we're going to move over to Darla.
There you go.
And Darla, appreciate you taking the day off work to come in and see us.
And speaking of baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're moving right from the baby dies. Barla has a new grandbaby.
I do.
She's got a new grandson, and she brought some projects for that, too. So what do you want to show us first?
Well, let's journey back to the last time I was here.
Okay.
We made this book.
Yes, I do remember that.
And now it's done with pictures in it.
Oh, great.
So that we made the outside chipboard and covered it with paper. And we made the spine. And then, I'm going to take a tangent here, but when the Tim Holtz fabric comes in, I have an idea that you should cover an
cover it with fabric, yes.
An album cover with it. Yes. So
I think there's a lot of fabric ideas brewing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And so this is primarily 49 and Market. Toast. What was Serenity? Was that the first bluish one? There might be a little bit of Wedgwood in here as well from Stash. But just
what a nice keepsake, Darla, to have from all those first pictures.
And there, this is one of my favorite ones.
He's smiling, yes. And Janet just linked the link for Darla's visit where she did this. So thank you, Janet.
Yeah,
what would we do without Janet? I don't know.
And of course, I added in a lot of rub-ons, little remnants that I had from just various rub-on pieces that just get them used up. And of course, it takes a lot of coffee to help take care of a baby, so keep you awake. So a couple coffee stains on here.
Of course.
Rub-on coffee stains.
Not real ones.
But no.
Oh, that turned out really
And then this is one of the tickets that was in the...
Probably the ephemera.
Yeah, and so I used a little heart stamp to put his date of birth. So it was on Wednesday, the 3rd month, on the 22nd.
Oh my gosh. What's so fun? We get to see it.
Yeah, so that's it. All done.
Nice. He's going to love looking at that when he's a little older.
I hope so.
Kids love looking back at their pictures when they're babies. So just print them, so many times they're looking at them on their phones.
Exactly.
And, it's just nice to have something tangible.
Yep. And I like looking back through them. So.
Yes.
So I guess we can start with this.
Okay.
This is, this was actually the Simple Stories boho baby.
Oh, sure.
I think it was last summer that came out, or last spring. And so most of these things are from that, with a little bit of
I like how you
stenciling.
I like how you did the stenciling to kind of highlight some of the things. That's really, really wonderful. So the hearts are flowing through.
Very good.
How can you not love these pictures of a baby?
And this is one that you still have, Echo Park.
Yes, we do have our baby boy, our baby girl, and our baby. And they've been a really nice collection.
Yep, and of course I think I've got them all.
And take a look at how Darla took a strip of paper and tore it, and then she's got that stenciling.
Yep, so just kind of little highlights on each of my little areas there. And of course I've started to do multiple page sizes within my albums, and so this I made into a 9 by, or no, 8.5 by 11-ish, yeah. And I'd had these huge paper clips.
I think I have a big paper clip, Darla. I'm
in my stash for a long time, and I just decided I wrapped the paper around it and glued it underneath.
Oh my gosh!
And made it look like the banner was hanging from the paper clip.
That's really neat. Oh my gosh!
Really, it was a simple design, but that kind of just added a little bit of dimension and texture. And of course, a little bit of texture paste through a stencil.
Looks like a Tim Holtz stencil.
It is, yep.
And Ruby, congratulations. Ruby has a granddaughter on the way, so she's loving these ideas.
And of course, a really, really, really old rub-on that, you can tell it kind of didn't want to go on very good.
But a title there, or
I still used it.
Something. Well, and I think all your photos are amazing, Darla. So that's another idea, to be sure and take your pictures. And
these were actually the ones from the hospital that they had somebody come in and just do a little session, and then you can buy the digital copies, and so that's where we got those. So,
Darla, do you see a bell anywhere?
It's back here.
Oh, will you ring it? Somebody wants to know about this stencil.
Oh, yep.
And I think if we don't have it, we have some very similar.
Yes.
So we'll find that.
And so this is also a Tim Holtz stencil. I used it one way and then flipped it the other way.
Oh, the rays, yes.
Yeah. So maybe
Becky, we're looking for the Tim Holtz stencil that looks like sun rays. It looks like that, and then something that looks kind of like this.
Okay.
Becky's all over it. She's on it for us.
And so I kind of had a strip here in between that I covered with the pictures and the paper and embellishments. This was fussy cut from one of the 4x6 cards.
Oh, nice fussy cutting for sure.
And then this here and at the bottom is some of these new All and Create stamps. So this area right here is part of this stamp.
So look at this, and look at this, and then look at this.
Yep, and so that's part of this stamp.
I would never have thought to do that.
And then this is the Tim Holtz
So that's the grunge
string.
Teresa would be very proud of you for using the grunge stamp from Tim Holtz.
And then the same up here. you didn't have this stamp. It was the same brand, but it was a bigger, like 4x6.
Oh, sure.
One, and so I just used.
So you can
the
get the
very edge.
You can get the idea though how she stamped behind her main focal point.
Yep, and then this is this again.
And that's a Tim Holtz grunged. And then the other thing is she has roughed up all of her edges, which is, you can do it with sharp scissors or you can get the Tim Holtz paper distresser, and that works really well for that.
Yep, and I even did it after I ripped the paper. I distressed
you ripped it
those.
and then distressed it. Well, someone made a comment, they're going to get their stencils out because seriously, you don't think about doing something like this with your layouts, and it's really amazing.
And both of these were done after the layout was completely done. That I looked at it and I was like, I kind of need something. And so, well, I hadn't done like this because it's underneath, but these I just kind of flipped up the thing.
Thank you, Becky. Oh, yeah, that looks good.
Small one.
Yeah, that's the small one. So I had the big one, but that would work as well.
Okay, so here is, let's see, this is called Rays. Here's the stencil that Darla used on this page, and she just flipped it. So
I did it this way, and then I just turned it that way, or you could flip it that way as well.
Okay, and then Mary Ann says she loves that you haven't overwhelmed your pictures with embellishments. Okay, they love your layouts. They just love it.
Thank you.
And then Becky found a stencil for this, and we've got the mini set, and there it is. I don't know if that's called gradient. I'm not sure, but this is. Flip it over and let's see what number this is. So this is set number 8. And it's $12.99 for the 3 stencils. I think you could use, the ABCs would be cute on a kid's page.
Yep, because I actually think, maybe I have the big one of this. But,
so there's the stencils. And PJ, I'm glad you got your travel kit. And enjoy your, she's going on a 9-week trip.
Whoa! I would like to go with.
I can't imagine. That was so fun. She's a traveling gal. Okay, we do not have the big paper clips. You can probably get those at, I don't know, an office supply store,
I think that's where
maybe Walgreens or someplace like that. And then the other question is they want to know how you made your heart. How did you make your heart?
Oh, that's actually an old, what's the Australian company?
Cocoa Vanilla.
Yeah,
and we do have the Cocoa Vanilla hearts. Do you want to
the new?
You want to ding it?
Yep, I will.
I'll
ding it again.
Darla's getting a ding the bell of that, so we can show you how they are. You could probably make that if you wanted to with some fabric, or you could just use a die cut heart or a punched heart and pop it up. Okay, we're looking for the Cocoa Vanilla hearts that we have that are right on that end cap.
Thank you. So this was for one of their older collections that I found somewhere on my adventures that I thought, well, those are cool.
Darla has a lot of embellishments around. She finds them and uses them. And I think a lot of us would like to go to your house and just look at your craft room and all your stuff, Darla, because you seem to always pull things out
I do.
Amazingly.
Maybe since I'm off this afternoon, maybe I'll try and take some pictures of some of my organization, and I'll put it on my Instagram.
Now tell us again what your Instagram is.
I believe it's DW Crafty.
DW Crafty is her Instagram. Okay. This is amazing also, and what a good idea for those rub-ons.
Yes.
For a baby.
I believe this was the first, the Serenity.
Serenity.
But then the paper is Tranquility.
And those two were actually made to go together.
Yeah.
When they came out with Tranquility.
And just various 49 and Market. I think even this layered piece might have been like one of the early things that you carried that was like an essential cream or
right. And we still have a lot of their frames and things.
Yep.
But that's beautiful. You need to post that on the 49 and Market
Facebook
Facebook page. They would love it.
And then the last one is
So when you're seeing Darla's layouts like this one, this is a baby page, but just think about the design and how you could do this with any theme. I love how you tore the paper. Thank you, Katie.
You're welcome.
I love how you tore the paper, Darla.
Now, trick on this to get it to match. Put your two papers together and tear them at the same time.
Oh, yes.
So
Did
even
you hear that, Katie? So she's got these matched up perfectly because she tore both of them at the same time.
So just put them together and tear them,
That's
and
Darla,
so they will match.
Okay, Darla.
Exactly.
All right, how did you come up with that? That's what I want to know.
I stole the idea from somebody I watched on YouTube.
She saw it somewhere. Well,
I did.
Well, I love it. Now you've just shared it with a lot of other people.
I have. So
that's a great idea.
Whoever that was, thank you. I can't remember because I watch
idea.
a lot of people, but
That's a simple layout too. So sweet.
I'm actually doing a 30 Days of Sketches challenge that somebody puts on Facebook and YouTube right now, and so almost all of these were from
your
a
sketches.
sketch.
Oh, very cool.
I do. So
and I do because I like her, and then I go, oh my gosh, it's Darla. I know the person.
That's even better, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, and then I just wanted to show you guys the hearts. This is the newest collection from Coco Vanilla. It's called Happy Days, and these are the similar hearts to what Darla used. And you could use, if you're doing baby, I think the top 3 colors, you got your pink, your yellow, and your blue. Or if you're just doing something else and you want to add some dimension, and these even have a little bit of a shine to them, and they're $5.99 for the 12 hearts. And I don't know if they're adhesive. I don't think it doesn't say they are.
I know the ones that I have from previous are not.
And maybe so even if they were, you might add a little adhesive to them.
Exactly.
All right.
And I either use tear tape or I use a lot of glue gun. So
okay.
On things like that. So.
Well, and tell us, what date was your grandson born?
March 22nd. He was born on my husband's birthday, so they shared the same birthday.
Oh, that's cool.
That was pretty fun.
That's very cool. And what's his name?
Cody Dale.
So I guess that was on the front of his album, wasn't it? Cody Dale. So congratulations, Darla. This is her first grandchild, and he looks precious from what I've seen.
He is.
And probably growing fast.
He is. He's a little chunker now.
That's good. That's what you want.
Yep. So before we get to the travel album, I got a couple others that are not baby, but also part of the sketch challenge that I'm doing. And along with the sketch challenge, they also have a bingo card to kind of challenge you to think of different ideas. And so one of them is monochromatic. And so that's kind of where this layout came together with lots of 49 and Market. I pulled out all my rub-ons, the different orange pieces, and since this is a picture of me and some previous coworkers that I thought the days of the week worked.
Yeah, that's really fun
to put on there, and
you just kind of took that paper with the circle design and. We have the new gardenia right now, and the foundation papers. I think they're the foundation ones.
There's a few of those in
There's
there,
a bunch of them
that
almost every color has that type of a design. So if you take one of those papers and Darla's ideas here, you can remake that layout.
And I think this one was from last summer's, the Spectrum. And I know I've talked about this before too, of gutting my paper.
So you might not have noticed, but flip it over, and on the front, she's cut down this white design paper so she could layer it on top of this orange. But instead of using 2 full sheets, she takes out the middle of the top paper. Thank you. The middle of the top paper so that she doesn't waste it all, I guess. So if you want to save some paper, that's a great way to do it.
Yep. Or if you need it to matte, if I would have matte my picture, I probably would have used
you could have
orange.
used the left. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. It's great. Good ideas. We've had such a good week this week.
And then this challenge was this was like a really old, I think is it SEI or something, die cut paper, which you could probably create something or find something on for a Cricut or cutting machine too.
Oh, sure.
But mostly just like glitter papers, the 49 and Market film strips.
I love that.
And then just a small punch with some stars to fill in some of those blank ones.
Very, very nice. And fun pictures too. So is that her 12th birthday?
It was her 12th birthday.
Oh
So
my
that's
gosh.
been hanging around my scrapbook for a while, or my room.
Now it's done.
And now it's done. I do tend to use these sketch challenges to go back
and it gets things done.
grab
too.
my older pictures.
Here we go, Harry Potter.
Yeah, this one's Harry Potter, but it's Halloween, so there's no Halloween paper on this whatsoever. This was actually a baby.
Oh, a little cloud paper, but the back.
Yeah,
Oh my
the
gosh.
blue.
And inking it made it more Halloweenish, or definitely.
Yeah, I needed a way to try and kind of define some of the papers that it looked dull.
It's a good background.
Yeah.
Very neutral.
Yep. And so I made shaker pockets out of the frames that come. This is Echo Park, so what are they called? Frames and tags.
Frames and tags, yep.
And so I punched the middle out, and I like to use vellum on the back of my shaker.
Okay, there's a great tip. Then it looks a little bit more separate.
Yeah.
So the paper doesn't just shine right through.
Yep. And I actually had an old charm that my daughter got out of like a gumball machine or something that
And you
is
put it in
actually
there?
Yep, it's right there. And it's actually a Harry Potter
Oh my
golden
gosh.
snitch
So
if
it's-
you
so it's
are a
meaning-
Harry
so
Potter
it's very
fan.
meaningful too.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
Very nice, Darla.
Another shaker pocket there with and I have several shaker pocket things within this as well. So I did grab a few things that you can
We have there's a whole section online under embellishments I think it's called Sparkles and Gems or something like that, and you'll find all kinds of different themes and little shaker pocket fillers. So I'm glad you brought some over to remind us about that. And we also have a huge Harry Potter selection. So if you go to shopping and themes and then go to Harry Potter, you'll probably see these papers that Darla used and several other collections. We have things from, I think, 3 different brands right now.
Are you getting the new Echo Park one?
We are.
Excellent. I'll be picking that up. And then kind of to segue back into our travel theme that last summer I drove down to see the original Freedom Rock.
Oh, that's the original one.
Yep, it is.
So let me zoom in because Jennifer showed us her Freedom Rocks yesterday. So that doesn't look like a rock when it's all painted. I don't know how this artist, he's just amazing.
He is amazing.
And I like that a lot of people were struggling with how to scrapbook their Freedom Rocks. So you just took some patriotic paper.
Yep, this is the Reminisce that you just got in not too long ago, and then some of this torn paper was just some scraps that I had, and then of course 49 a Market
tickets,
film
the
strips
film
and
strips.
tickets, and
That's
then these
very
were some
nice.
really old chipboard stars that I had, and used
See, that's
ink
what
to-
amazed me. You're like, oh, I've had this for a long time.
Yeah.
For me, I probably have stuff, but finding it is different.
Yep, yeah.
Okay, and then what we showed yesterday that we do have, I thought we had 2 Freedom Rock papers, but I guess we still haven't found the second one. We showed this paper yesterday for the Freedom Rocks, and we also, and this is going to be online under shopping, themes, in Iowa, or travel, I guess, in Iowa, and then we do have a die cut for the Freedom Rock. So if you are pursuing the Freedom Rock or you've been to one, we do have some things that you can use with it now. And I believe there's one other paper that we just have to find.
And so I'm going to start with
So this
the
is your
spine.
travel album?
It
Oh,
is.
yes, I love that.
So I
shows
used
this.
I used some number stickers that I had, and then a small alphabet stamp set, and just stamped Florida and the year. I'm not very good at doing it either.
Then
but
when you have it on your shelf, you know what album is what.
exactly.
And it looks like you've picked the album that Jennifer was using, the We Are Memory Keepers 12 by 12 D ring.
Yep.
And this is the aqua color. So if you love this color, it's aqua.
And
And oh, fun.
so This album is just our trip of Florida last summer, and I actually printed almost every picture that we took.
Okay. Wow.
And it's included in this single
almost
album.
Every photo?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Because normally I would do like 5 or 6 12 by 12 pages, and then the rest of the pictures wouldn't be included anywhere. Because I was like, well, I'm not going to make a full page of that. And so I decided I pre-planned. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to picture of us in the airplane and at the airport. And I just kind of stuck them in and planned where each page was going to go. And then just started working through
and how fun,
my album.
How fun to have that to look back on.
And so, we did have, do you want me to pull out the...
Sure.
The pocket pages.
I think Darla was a busy bee this morning. We were looking at, you guys, we are ordering Christmas like crazy right now, and we were back looking at new Christmas product to order, and we weren't very good hosts for Darla. She was
That's okay.
She was doing her own thing.
I've been here enough. I know where everything is.
She knows where stuff is.
I do. Now, this is one I haven't used before, but I do have an idea for this pocket right here. I'm going to make it a shaker pocket with sequins.
Oh, that's a good
Fill
idea.
it up and then just either use your tear tape or sew it somehow.
So you like using the pocket pages, kind of like yesterday Jennifer was here and she had used a lot of them.
Yep. So I have actually all of these in here. So I have this version. I have the 12 by 6 version in there.
So even though this is only 6 inches wide, it does fit in the 3-ring binder, and it adds a lot of interest. We're going to see that.
Yep. And so I have used all of these styles within this album. So this one has several, and this is an old Vicky Bouton travel line.
And we have our new travel line.
Yep. And so you'll see it in here. It comes in later. Actually, these pages were done before it came in.
I think it probably coordinates both
it does.
years. She always kind of uses the same bright, fun, happy colors.
So, like, the pictures of the lizard and the turtle, those aren't pictures that I normally would have scrapbooked. But with the pocket pages, it's kind of like it gets its own little tiny
It gets this little thing.
page.
It doesn't really, I know what you mean. So it doesn't really fit in maybe with a layout. Like you went to the Turtle Beach or something and you had a bunch of stuff. But it's a nice way to just add little separate things.
And of course, a little mixed media and some torn edges. If you feel like your page is feeling maybe, I don't know, just needs a little something, just cut off little sections and back.
Yeah, I love that
with
idea.
A full piece.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Of course, Katie's back.
If Darla did her post on the book, am I close enough, Kelly?
Yeah, I can see you. I wanted to hear you.
Oh, yeah. On January 20th.
January 20th.
So if you go to our blog and search Darla, it will pop up.
This one?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So go to memorybound.com and then you can go to our blog from there and then search on Darla.
Yes.
And you can't, I'm not able to search on my iPhone, but I can search on the computer. So if you're looking for the search button, it might not show up on your phone. Thank you, Katie. That's great. I love the tip to tear off your pages, especially a beachy thing. I think that's great.
Yep. So this was a total scrap lift. This was a Vicky Bouton paper. I don't think it's this one. Yeah, it just had triangles, and so I just cut like a little section, and then I even fussy cut out some triangles and popped them up.
That is a great idea, because sometimes those busy papers, and I remember her triangle papers, you don't know what to do with them, and that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah. Some of those busy ones, I like to use it more of as an accent than
I love it.
Just a full use. And of course, more mixed media. I just had the wave and just a little bit of inking. So mixed media doesn't always have to be like the paste.
Right, it doesn't have to be
the paints
crazy.
And stuff, that you can just have the inks as well. Again, this is a very old paper line. This was a Simple Stories many moons ago.
Oh, that was many years ago.
And so I pulled out some of that, and I'm like, let's let it live to its full potential and get on a page, right?
Yes. Get it out of your stash and into a book.
Yep, but then again added some new things to it. So this was some Vicki Boutin that was newer. I think this was 2.
Looks great, Darla. So you kind of did it in quarters.
Yep.
Oh my.
And so this was Vicki Boutin paper and a die cut that I did. To get the gold on here, this is gold embossing powder.
Oh.
And so I just inked up that little bit and embossed just
so
those.
If you don't have gold paper, get out your embossing powder, especially for a small thing. That's a wonderful idea. Someone looks very happy.
She was.
With her unicorn.
She was being, in...
oh, that's a shopping. Is that a Disney store?
At the Disney store.
I've been in a few of those. They're very happy.
Universal in the, I can't think of the movie, but the little girl in it goes, "It's a Fluffy!" And so that's what I made the title.
Very cute.
With the unicorn. And so here's one of the first smaller sections, and so just kind of us going into Universal. That of course there's the big globe, and so I just put my title. I did make a shaker pocket.
You do a lot of shakers, Darla.
With
I'm going to inspire people to do shakers.
Yep, and this was actually a big chipboard piece, and it had something in the globe that said something that didn't really work. So I peeled the chipboard off the back, and then I used my circle punch. Punched it out to use it as something that worked for me. Right. So I made the embellishment work for me and not just using it as it was. So, and of course, since we're at Universal Studios, the film strips.
That always works well,
exactly.
doesn't it?
I think this was like an old Bo Bunny, like religious
could have been.
Paper set, and so but I like the colors, and so since we were still in Universal, I just kind of added. And if anybody's been on the Jimmy Fallon ride, that why I have some of these random things, the taxi cab and the slice of pizza and the moon, that they all make sense. But of course we love Marvel, and so just use some pocket pages to show the ride, and I used some old frames that I had, or just this was an actual chipboard frame. This was from a cut apart, and I cut out the middle and made that a pocket or a.
So and these little sprinklets we have.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we have those.
I did see them over there, but they maybe they might have been in the Disney Marvel section.
Very fun. That is a fun place. We were there a few years ago. Oh, and look at this. So this is another good way to do lots of different things.
Yeah.
Darla, I want you to know, and everyone that's watching, I never thought of that. I always think of doing it because over here's a pocket page where it's all one thing. Mm-hmm. And these are kind of random. Yep. So you can just...
These were just random things throughout the park.
And you don't know what to do with those things.
Exactly. So these are just some funny pictures we took of the Simpsons ride, and so... you don't really see, you can see the actual ride from the outside and some of the pictures on the inside. And then this was just a single picture of a Blues Brother group singing while we were walking past, and then the Fast and the Furious ride. So that took that single picture.
Darla, this is a wow for me. It's simple, but I never thought of it before. I would do something more like this, where it's the same. Yep. It's a layout, but just split up.
Yeah. And of course, we love our Harry Potter, so this was, these are some older that you still have. I think you just got some of the collection packs.
We ordered in some of those because people are doing so much with Harry Potter right now.
Yeah, yep. So just added those in. And yesterday you guys talked about putting stuff on the outside, and I actually haven't done a lot of that, but this I actually did put on the outside because the sticker was bigger than the pocket.
So that's how you solve that
And so
problem.
I was like, okay, I'll just put it on the outside.
I'll show you. I'm going to put you on the outside.
Exactly. And this one, I was trying to figure out how to give it a little bit of texture or anything, and so this is just mixed media as well.
Oh, that's how you did your background?
Yep.
Oh,
And so
I just
that
thought
was
it was the paper.
Yeah, no, it was just black cardstock and used a stencil that had just various different textures on it to get some different dimension and feeling on it.
Good idea. Lots of good ideas, Darla.
And of course, here's my hidden journaling. I do that. When you go to this section of the park, there is this shrunken head inside the bus, and he talks to you. And so he asks you your name, and then he's like, well, I'm assuming you're a Slytherin and you're a Ravenclaw. And so then he's like, well, he always tells a joke. Oh, and so I wrote the joke, of what he said to us.
Idea. You know, we think we're going to remember all that stuff, but we don't. I mean, maybe a small portion of the population will remember everything, but I know that I don't.
I remembered that he told a joke. I didn't remember what it was, so I had to go back to the video that my husband took.
So you could record it.
and so then I wrote down what the joke was. So
and now you have it.
I do. And of course, a little bit more Harry Potter with the butterbeer, which is basically like a butterscotch tasting. It's so good.
It is good.
A little bit more mixed media there, and just real simple using strips of paper and some border stickers.
Well, if anybody's going to Harry Potter or been there, you've got lots of ideas today.
And then here's another one of those short 6x12 papers, and this was just a restaurant that had, so the bathroom sink was a tire.
Oh.
And then just kind of
they're very creative.
Where we ate, what the restaurant was called. And then this one, I knew I wanted to do a full page with us with our ice cream, but I had a couple of others, and I'd never scrapbooked the outside of the restaurant before, and so that's why I did the back page of just the supporting pictures for the 12 by 12. That's a good idea.
So you still have kind of a 2-page layout, but you didn't have enough for...
Yep.
So that's
and these
a wonderful
are just
idea.
Pocket pages. I think some of these were from the new... No, this might have been the last...
But you can see
round.
Darla's got the new Vicky Booten Travel, and you can see that it goes with probably Color Rush and some of her other lines.
Yep.
We love Vicky Booten.
I think this one was Color Rush.
And total squirrel moment, but we are getting her Christmas line.
Excellent.
So we will be getting the Vicky Booten. Part of it is here, but we don't have it out yet because we're waiting for all the embellishments to come.
Excellent.
Oh, wow, you turned the corner here. And
I did.
Like, whoa.
So after we spent 3 days in Orlando, then we drove to Daytona and spent 3 days at Daytona Beach. And so these were just some pictures from either the hotel room or the beach.
Isn't that cool? So pretty, Darla.
And then this was a fun, so this is like a pocket page, but it's within
yeah, how it looks like those are going to fall out, Darla.
They are not. Let's see if I can get it out.
If you can't get it out, that's okay. So, so it's like a pouch kind of.
It is that I used some old packaging and just took this piece of paper and wrapped it around the paper and connected it on 3 sides with tear tape. Poured my sequins in, put the embellishments on, and then sealed the top. So it's sealed all the way around.
Okay, now that's a shaker card I can do.
Yeah, but slides into the pocket directly.
That looks really neat. Kind of looks like sand or water.
Yep. And a shout out to whoever put this on the give take table at the last Memory Bound crop.
Oh my gosh!
Because that's where I picked up that sequin mix.
That was perfect. They'd like to know where you print your pictures, especially your little ones.
Typically Walgreens.
Okay.
I use the Becky Higgins.
Oh, that's right.
Project Life app, and you can get the 2x2s, so you can get 6 2x2s on
a
4x6, and then you can do 2x3s and 3x4s.
So go look in your app store for the Becky Higgins or Project Life, and that allows you to change up your pictures to make them smaller.
Yep.
Oh, and this is, I know it says the beach is my happy place, but this is just a happy.
Yep. That's my other happy place. Of course, Memory Bound is my close by happy place. So this was a restaurant that I'd been to several times with friends when I had visited on a girls' trip. And so I wanted to take my husband and daughter to Krabby Joe's. And sadly, it is no longer in existence because after the hurricane last summer, right after we were there, it took out the pier that it was on.
Isn't that weird when you've been somewhere and then it's gone?
It's like gone. I know. So that was kind of fun. We walked up and down the beach. We walked 2 miles down the beach from our hotel and then walked back. And of course, I rarely scrapbook like my food, and so again, I've included what we ate.
It looks delicious.
Yeah.
I think that key lime pie is calling my name, Darla. You don't have a piece of that in your bag back there, do you?
No. And of course, the sunrise. We tried to get up and watch the sunrise every day, but it was pretty hazy every day. But so I snapped a picture and went back to bed.
There you go.
But we saw it.
You've done that torn thing again, but just on the top and the bottom. Mm-hmm. And then I like how she just put the little word Daytona Beach there.
Yep. And then, so this paper down below was actually from the Simple Stories beach vintage beach something.
Yeah.
But this was, all I had was a 6x8 tablet, so of course I had to meet them up.
Is it pieced?
It is pieced, but you can't tell.
All right, let's try to find it. Oh, okay, maybe right there.
Yep, yeah. So, but you can barely
you can't tell at
yeah.
all.
So don't forget to pull out those 6x8 tablets too as supporting pieces. Because all I had was some of the embellishments and the 6x8 tablet. So we did stand-up paddleboarding. So my little punny title, What's up? And this paper was the new Vicky Bouton mixed with a collection from Cartabella from the year before. So
you can mix things together. They even have different textures and they look amazing.
Yeah, exactly. And then this was some fussy cut. It was like a wave paper.
And you just cut the waves out. I love that. You know, you and Peggy are really good at doing little groupings. And she's shown people that too, where she talks about small, medium, and large pieces.
Yeah.
And you both do a really fabulous job with that.
And I guess I really don't even realize that I do it.
You just have the eye.
I do, yeah. I think this was fussy cut from a 4x6 card as well. And of course, this was a border strip off of something that's been rolling around in my bucket on my desk for a long time.
Like I said earlier, I don't know how you find things.
I have places where I know certain things are, and of course more.
There's another pocket page.
Yep. And I think that most of the papers on here coordinate, of course. But I do have this was an old Simple Stories bingo card. This one too.
Cards.
And
they make good backgrounds.
Whatever it said, I think it said Lazy Days didn't really apply, so I just found ways to cover
that,
it up.
Didn't you?
I did, yeah. This was some of the. Now here's where we're getting some of the new Vicky Bouton. I think that's a Vicky Bouton piece in there. Okay, here's another goofy thing. That's actually a big, like, hat, like someone might wear on a beach.
Hat? Okay.
But I'm never going to use a hat on a layout, so I just used it for the color and tucked it in, and I think here's another little piece, and here's another little piece.
You just cut the hat up.
I did.
And put it in different places.
I cut it up.
That's a good idea. If you have a die cut that you're not going to use and it doesn't work, then
just use
cut
it for
up
color.
And put little highlights here and there.
Yep. Again, oh, here's where some of the new Vicky Booten, because I had gotten to this point in my book and this came in, so then I wanted to start using some of it. So this was one of the cut aparts. I think this is one of the die cuts.
I recognize this piece because I think those are really nice for journaling or sticking a little photo in.
Yep. Yeah, so I think
there's your palm trees.
Yeah, time to relax. That's in here.
So
the palm tree.
The palm trees. And what is that? Is that the ephemera?
Yes.
So that's the 50-piece ephemera. It's got the camera. I love that camera. So, and Darla, I love it. It's so nice.
And of course, this just kind of, made itself. I just cut the card out.
Okay, so here's the paper. And here she stuck it in a cut apart, or in a pocket page.
And this Let's Roll, I think that's in here.
That's perfect for the luggage rack, isn't it?
Yep, and of course Joe was giving Hope a ride on the luggage rack, going out to get our luggage.
You're never too old to ride on the luggage rack. Ask Dawn about that. She rode a few years ago.
And then just the day we were getting ready to leave, that we didn't fly out till later that evening, and so we went to a lighthouse. So this was using the Simple Stories
Vintage Seas.
Yes, from last summer as well. And so this was fussy cut from a pocket card.
So see, you can fussy cut your cut aparts. They don't have to be used as squares or rectangles.
And I think this was a pocket card, but it went, oh no, the writing's that way. I was thinking it went the other direction. But so this is a rub-on from 49 and Market that was from the travel collection last year or the year before.
Okay.
I can't remember what year that was, but similar to the one, I would say kind of coordinates with the one that's out here now.
Coordinate.
And same thing, that's where some of these are all from that collection.
So
another fussy
these
cut.
These are not the paper. These are just rub-ons that Darla added to.
Yeah, the white was just the, what do they call them? The background, or their solids.
Oh, yes. Yep.
That you can see it kind of has some of the
solids.
Yeah, exactly. It has kind of some of the distressed on it, and then I just added the rub-ons and tickets.
Very nice.
And then this one's just all vintage.
Oh my gosh.
Papers and stuff from my scrap bin. I think that's a Vicky Booten.
I love that layout with the tags.
And so we were in the airport, and she hardly ever loses. She always wins, but she lost. And so
she didn't take it well.
She did not. And so I was like, well, I love the old saying of the agony of defeat on Saturday mornings.
And Darla, is like underneath your letters, you've got, is that a rub-on?
Yep, those are from the travel collection from 49 and Market that was last summer.
You could even kind of take a pen and make
totally
scratchy marks, but I really like that.
And you really can't tell, but I used several other ones. I was trying to use up a sheet, and so there's like some green ones here, and there's some up here. So it's
rub-ons, but it looks like it's the paper.
Yeah, so it's more subtle. But instead of sticking them back in my stash, and of course these are super old as well.
Yeah. But that's a lovely page. It's really nice.
And of course, then at the end, I had to tell about our puppy that my sister and her twins watched. Our dog Taylor, and she was super sad while we were gone, and so they snapped this picture of her
let you know how well
with
it's
Allie.
going.
Yeah. And then the end of it was my husband took a picture of his steps tracker.
Oh my gosh.
From the whole week. So this was the day, must have been one of the days we went to Universal, and we had 16,325 steps. And then went down to 13 and 12. And of course, then you can tell the beach day.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea, though. That's really fun.
So that just kind of topped things off. And of course, the 6x8 fit into the album. You could either put it here or here. I just felt it kind of worked better.
So, Darla, I think people appreciate the quality of your photos. And Dorothy would like to know what camera that you use when you took your pictures.
I use my iPhone.
Your iPhone, okay.
And I edit everything.
That's a time taker.
I do, but I kind of...
Well, you can do it on your iPhone.
I do. While
right.
I'm watching TV, I edit everything. So here's here's just a general picture, one that was taken the other day. And so I hit that edit button. Oh, somebody else. So it's I have this one right here, which it's an auto one, and it just kind of brightens things up.
Oh, I never used that one.
Yep.
I should.
And so I do that on almost every picture that I'm going to print. And do it before you download it to Walgreens.
Right, so it's ready to...
Yep. And then you just click done and it saves it in that brighter... It just kind of takes care of some of the shadows.
The contrast
and
things.
And just automatically fixes...
well, that's a great tip.
Things. Let's see if I have any...
I'm sure with a new baby you have lots of pictures.
I do. Well, here's one, me and my puppy, the other day. And so I'm just going to hit that edit button. And then this one was done in portrait mode. Oh, no, we're not.
Yeah, so if it's in portrait mode, and that's why the background looks, that's why you really stand out, and
yes.
I love using portrait mode.
And you can still edit, you just have to hit the, whatever this button is. So just kind of play around with what you have in your phone, and then see how it just kind of brightened it up.
Especially if you have a photo that's really dark, but it's all you have, then you could probably fix it up a little bit on your phone.
Yep, so there are other, you can manually fix them.
I do a lot of cropping
as well. I do, yeah, you can crop them.
Okay, and then they're asking another question about your photo app. If you could just tell us again what that is.
It is the Project Life. Project Life by Becky Higgins. And you go into Create. And 4x6 prints. You can do bigger collage ones, but then you have to print them at whatever size it makes. And so this one's going to give you a 2 3x4s.
You can do different photos. Sometimes some of the apps you have to use the same photo, so I think that's really nice.
Exactly. So then you go in and you pick this picture, and then you click on the other side, and then that's where you can pick a different one.
And then she'll be printing two, kind of wallet.
And then you just cut them apart, and they're 2 3x4 pictures.
That looks so easy.
But it prints as a 4x6.
Yeah, and then you just cut them then.
Yeah, so you're not paying a special price.
So
it's
check
just ordering
that
a 4x6
everybody.
print.
If you want to edit your photos, or if you want to use the Project Life, and then you can get those little sizes that Darla was showing us. And Darla, I just want to say a huge thank you.
You're welcome.
Darla was watching our video earlier this week, or last week.
Yeah, it was Thursday or Friday,
and
I
we're
think.
like, we don't have anything for Thursday. And Darla sent a text and an email and said she could come. And Darla, thank you so much. That was so nice to just offer to come in, take a day off work, show us your amazing layouts. I learned a lot today. And I hope those of you that are watching us or watch us, if you're not watching live, if you watch us later, I hope you learned a lot of tips with Darla's layouts, because she has a very wonderful, creative mind and does amazing work. And somebody had to leave earlier, Darla, and they said, I have to leave, but tell Darla to come back again. So
I'm sure I will.
Get some more layouts done, Darla.
I'm sure
We'd love to have you come back.
I'm sure I'll probably have some baby layouts more coming. Next on my list is my December documented album that I'm going to work on.
And a lot of us want to make those. Some of us do. I have envy of that because I want to do that. So they said the rip paper tip was great, great ideas, very much enjoyed. So there's lots of really nice comments, Darla. So as expected, because you have wonderful working ideas. So thank you, and thanks everyone for joining us. Tomorrow Maggie's going to be here, and we have a patriotic card kit and a coaster kit to share, and we'll show you all of our patriotic products that we have in stock. We've got a really great selection getting ready to go into the 4th of July. So have a wonderful crafty day, and we're here till 7 tonight, so stop in and see us if you're in the area.